Okay, so today we're going to talk about unit rates. That's right, we're going to talk about unit rates. And I'm going to use the color orange because I like orange juice. You know, orange juice is really good. It's sweet and it's sugary and it's got lots of vitamin C that's good for you. And so I like to drink it. The other day, I was at the store trying to buy some orange juice, but I was a little confused because you could buy a big, old, large thingy of orange juice for $4.99 for 96 ounces, or you could get like the regular size one and it was $2.59 for 64 ounces. And I was standing there in front of the orange juice area and I was just really confused because I didn't know which one I should buy. Because I like to drink a lot of orange juice, but I wanted to make sure I was getting the best deal I possibly could. Should I buy the 96 ouncer or should I buy the 64 ouncer? Or should I buy a couple of 64 ouncers? Or what should I do if I wanted to make sure I'm getting the best deal on my orange juice? Well, this is where the idea of unit rates come in. Unit rates have a denominator of 1. In other words, instead of finding out how much money you're spending per 96 ounces or how much money you're spending per 64 ounces, unit rates help us figure out how much money you're spending per ounce, per 1 ounce. And that is going to help us compare to see which of these two rates is a better rate. So, how do you turn $4.99 for 96 ounces into a unit rate per ounce? You just do top divided by bottom. And when you do 4.99 divided by 96 and round it up to the nearest penny, it's 5 cents per ounce. And then when you take 2.59 and do top divided by bottom and divide it by 64 and round that, you get about 4 cents per ounce. So the larger container is 5 cents per ounce. The smaller container is 4 cents per ounce. Which one is a better deal? Well, wouldn't you rather pay 4 cents per ounce? Yeah, that's cheaper per ounce. So you should buy the 64 ounce portion of orange juice. And if 64 ounces isn't enough, buy 2 of them. It's still a better deal per ounce. So what's the point of this as far as math? The point is, if you have 2 different rates, but you're not sure which one is better, if you turn them both into unit rates, you can see which one is better. For instance, I, back before I got married, used to have a truck. It was a Chevy S10, and I liked it a lot. It was a cool truck. But what happens to a young man when he loves a woman is that he gets married and they eventually have kids. And then he has to get rid of his pickup truck because there's nowhere to put a car seat in it. And then he has to get some kind of a family car. So I eventually got a Toyota Corolla. My old truck had a 15-gallon gas tank, and I could go about 300 miles on those 15 gallons. So the rate that I could travel was I could go 300 miles on 15 gallons. When I got my Corolla, it had a smaller tank. It could only fit 12 gallons of gas, and I could only go 250 miles. But I wanted to know which of these two cars gets better gas mileage, which one gets better fuel economy, which one has more miles per gallon. Because if I'm going to sacrifice my manhood and get rid of my truck, I'd at least like to know that I'm not burning as much gas per gallon, per mile. Well, how do I figure this out? I use a unit rate. So I've got to do top divided by bottom, which is 20 miles per gallon, and then I've got to do top divided by bottom for the Corolla, which is about 20.8 miles per gallon. So which car is getting better fuel economy? Well, my Corolla is getting more miles per gallon, so every gallon of gas I buy is getting me a little farther with my Corolla. And unit rates are really helpful when you're comparing 2 different rates. And they're really easy to do because all you have to do is top divided by bottom. So let's review. A unit rate is just a ratio that has a denominator of not 96 ounces, not 64 ounces, not 15 gallons, not 12 gallons, but a unit rate is a ratio that has a denominator of 1. So it tells us per ounce or per gallon or per hour, not per 96, not per 12. And that makes it really helpful because all you have to do is top divided by bottom, and then you can compare to see which rates are better or worse than others. So now that you know all that, let's do some work. First, which of these rates is a unit rate? Then, if you spend $21 for 7 magic beans, what's the unit rate per magic bean? Then, can you come up with an example of a different time in life when a unit rate might be useful? And then finally, would you rather get paid $73 for 4 hours of work or $44 for 2 hours of work? Use unit rates and figure out which is the best rate of pay. Once you do that, you're all done, and I will see you tomorrow.